strong suggestion, like my wife was just said, that not to say something to my in-laws, so they can sell their house. These are elderly people. These are my elders. You know what I'm saying? So they can sell their house and everything and come down there and have to go through the same thing.
And you know you all wasn't going for that.
That wasn't happening.
They were in that house for 30 years. I moved into that house in 1988.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I'm going to allow my parents to do that.
Now, why do people? Let me ask you this: why would people sell all they have and come to a place where they don't know what they're getting into? Why?
It was the whole thing. It was the whole point, the whole thing of coming together with your brethren. You know what I'm saying? And doing that, doing what we think was right. You know what I'm saying? And that was of YAH. You know what I'm saying? And it just that was our intentions. I can't speak for the other families, but at the same, but we talk, but it's we all have the same story. Now, we did the sacrifice.
Now, because of that split in that community, it was some things that happened on that around that area, right? Was it people's lives in danger?
It was a little bit of some intimidation things that's been going on. Like before we got there, was one drive-by where somebody shouted out the N-word to one of the culties. So we knew there was some type of things going on down there. Come to find out that the KKK militia is like 20 minutes down the road. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know that neither.
And the place where you were at, it wasn't more so a secluded place. It was kind of open, right?
I mean, the road was a highway, or you know what I'm saying? It was a major
highway.
It's a major highway, so the traffic, and what's so odd is that all the trailers and everything was up front, so everybody can see.
Even though some of us were wanting to go further back, I know one family preferred to be further back, but we didn't, and that's the other thing, we didn't have no say over anything, even though we thought we were kind of buying into a trust.
You thought you were buying into
a trust,
right.
And
so
we didn't receive any of that.
You really didn't have a lot of say so into what went down.
Right.
No, we were thinking that things were kind of, at the ground level, grassroots, so we were kind of being patient, thinking that, when things get started, then we'll have a little more, agreement on things. But that didn't get a chance to happen because,
it happened so fast.
Yeah.
We got there in November, December, brother died. Then we get the letter. Supposedly we get this letter, things like that. Like I said, like my source, we never saw the letter. Not saying that but we never saw it. You know what I'm saying? So we was just going off of information that was given to us. So
we asked. I'm sorry, honey, but we asked. We actually came to visit before we came to move down there. We came in October to ask more questions because we didn't want to ask too much over the phone, and so we came down there to speak with them face to face. And I asked the sister, Sister Debora, are they okay with all these trailers here? Is that going to be a problem? And she said, no, this is unrestricted land, So, I've never done anything with real estate. And even though I tried to look into the county laws, it wasn't nothing up there for me to find.
Right.
So in that sense, you felt like you were lied to when you and your family had to uproot, and within a short period of time.
We sacrifice. And like I said, I'm just speaking for us. The other families have similar sacrifices that we all made. I left my kids. We left family. We gave everything away. We, everything to come down there to really be a part and try to build a community, but was misled. From day one. You know what I mean?
Now, what happened after the whole community project went up in smoke? And the land is still there, but you all had to get off the land.
Right.
So where does that put you now? Bringing your family, your wife, and your children all the way from across the East Coast, all the way to the Midwest. Now, what kind of state did that put you and your family in right now?
I'm gonna let you talk, but I'm gonna just say this too. It put us in a real bind. You know what I'm saying? Because for my settlement, it's like we had to live off of it. You know what I'm saying? We had to live off of it, and it depleted just like, because it's not it's not easy, you know, to live off grid and try to, you know, live off the land and things like that. So it was things that we wasn't aware that we had to do. So I mean, it was just going so fast. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, besides us sacrificing everything to leave, we sacrificed and we went through and depleted our savings when we was there.
Right.
You know, we ended up in their backyard. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't for free. You know what I'm saying? We paid our electric. You know what I'm saying? You know, help with the bills, whatever, water bills. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we ended up in their backyard, man, and it frustrated me. And I let it be known to Brother Yahoo. Like, I don't want to be in your backyard, brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm uprooting my kids again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? But,
let me ask you this. Once you said what you said, was there any type of remorse? Is there any type of feeling of, man, I'm sorry for letting you down. You know, I didn't know that these things were happening.
It wasn't a sorry directly. It was a, I'm sorry this has happened. There's a difference.
I'm sorry this has happened.
This has happened. You know what I'm saying? There's no sorry, brother. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that you guys, you know, sacrificed everything, and, you know, I'm sorry, you feel so bad, you know, that you lost this and you lost that, and we gotta uproot it. It wasn't that it was not that type of sorry that we was looking for anyway. If you really loved us, you know what I'm saying? You know, the way we loved y'all. You know what I'm saying?
It was more so, when it all happened, we were still supportive of them because we were kind of, we weren't really sure, you know, of everything. It was like YAH started to reveal things step by step, because what initially happened was we were told that one of the sisters that was on the property called the health department on us because she didn't want to be down there.
Right.
And that this sister went around telling the townspeople, who we were in a predominantly white area, telling the townspeople that, you know, that it was Watchman Yahoo's land and he does white it out, and basically trying to make it seem like she kind of blew the whole thing by running her mouth. And then we were also told that Brother YAH had went into town and did the same thing, who had passed by that time, so nobody could ask him anything.
You know.
And they also said that about another brother. And then come to find out, YAH sent this brother, one of the family members, to call us. And he just started telling us his side. We didn't ask him anything.
Right.
And it was like YAH revealed to us right there that that wasn't even true.
Right.
That he didn't say
And we
anything.
felt so bad too, because, you know, although we try not and we do our best not to take things on face value, you know what I'm saying? We just, you know, had one eye open on you know what I'm saying? Because of what we was told, you know, about this person. You know how fast rumors can start spreading. You know what I'm saying? You say one thing, by the time they get to the end of the line, it sounds completely different.
So it was almost as if our attention was shifted on them, when really, when you get down to it, if the letter was received because of the trailers, it was because we were negligent as a whole of knowing what the codes were on that land.
Right.
You know.
So now at this point, you go from living, you go from getting this settlement, this nice little sum of money that you feel as if I want to help people with it. I want to go in and build a community, and at least if I go flat broke, at least I got me a place where I can say this mine. At least I have a plot of land that I can call mine, and even if I have to struggle to build my way back up, I have something that's mine, and I'm around set apart believers. That's the mindset, right?
Right.
Now, something was brought to me here lately that same place that all you all had to leave from, that there are actually going to be a lot of people coming to that land, for a summer event, right?
Right.
Now, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, you know, they was planning to do a fellowship, but they was unsure of when they was going to do it, you know, and you know, I got the information that, you know, there was going to be a summer fellowship in Cincinnati, of course, that, you know, that you're going to be doing, you know, and I brought it to his attention, you know. Well, I'm not sure when we're going to do it. The next day, a flyer goes up for the event that's close to yours. I'm like, you know, well, you know, his is so close, you know what I'm saying, you know, why you do it like that, you know what I'm saying, you don't give people a chance to really try to go to both, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, So they planted, all right, this is the date, this is what we discussed what we were going to do. My wife said,
But you basically said,
yeah.
You said the Ak Yosef's event is right here.
Right.
So it'd probably be best to do it at another time.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because you want to give people a chance to go to both.
They go to both of them.
Exactly. When I say close, I mean days.
Days.
You know what I'm saying? That was just too much.
I was actually on the planning committee. Originally, they were trying to find maybe a place out in like Lake Barkley or Memphis, but then they decided to have it at the land because it would be cheaper. But our concern is, a lot of people don't know that at night there are wild coyotes that roam through that.
Paw prints big as my hand.
Wild coyotes that are going through that land where all these people are going to be coming
with tents,
food.
It's copperheads out there, and what I'm concerned about is
black
you got
widow
a lot
spiders
of
that's poison to kids.
Yeah, you got brothers and sisters that's not really used to being in the wilderness or outdoor life, who might leave food around. You got raccoons but I'm really concerned about the coyotes.
Right.
They come out, they howl, wild as I don't know what.
And they travel in packs.
So it's like people going to be bringing their children.
So all these people are going to be coming from across the country to this event, not knowing all the things that you were talking about, not knowing what happened on that land previously. Before this summer event goes off with their tents, they're going to be thinking they're coming to have a good time and everything.
Ak Yosef, it's so bad, at times 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, my Ishar can vouch, I had to go out there with my firearm. You know what I'm saying? Because of the coyotes. That's how bad it is.
They would antagonize the dogs that were on the land. They would come by, and sometimes
every day
when they
every
came
night.
In packs, the dogs would go in their houses. Because they were scared.
We'd come out and we'd see the paw prints.
So we about to have all these coyotes. And then we're going to have all these people coming with their tents. They're going to be sleeping on this property. They don't know about the racial hates that's in that area. Ku Klux Klan area.
Yeah, there was an incident of, 2 Caucasians that came up on a land that appeared to do some harm, and it was diffused by Brother Yahoo, saying from what he was telling me, But this is the type of thing that we're talking about. They feel so comfortable to come up on your land, invade your privacy, invade your space. They come bearing gifts. Same thing with the natives, right? They come bearing gifts. Boom, turn around, kill you.
Right, they get
what I'm saying? Exactly. So, with us being aware of that, I mean, this was what happens. We have visitors all the time. Coming up there and some even with firearms claiming to be pastors. But you walk with a firearm and you coming up on our property for it. You see what I mean? It's okay for us to have a firearm because we have to protect our family.
So in that area, everybody that was on that area, y'all stuck out like a sore thumb.
It was so bad, man. And I'm from the hood. I'm like, I didn't even have to wear, strap up, so much in a hood like that. But on a land where that we supposed to be, with our kids and, we supposed to be at peace and be at shalom, I got to do all this. It's just not a good idea. It really isn't, But the militia, if they was up in arms about one tent and a whole lot of trailers, what's going to happen when they see 100, 150 people with tents? And a whole bunch of cars in the driveway, and then coyotes. It's just really, to me, it's not really a good. I can't tell people what to do, but for me, it's just not a good idea, for that to happen.
Well, I want to close it out with this. Any last remarks that you have, or anything that you want to say to people about moving so quickly, about not seeking YAH, about these people that's coming from these different areas to come to the place where you all had to leave from? What's some last remarks that you could give to those that may be taking a look at this?
Well, I would tell them you definitely need to fast and pray before you make a move like that. I'm not sure. I mean, Yah knows the heart, but where we were looking at, we can keep the laws better. We can grow our own food, and we were kind of attracted by that. And we thought they were, a nice family and everything, and we love the kids. But you do have to be careful because of course, you don't know anybody until you live around them. And sometimes what's important to you and urgent to you is not that way about other people. You don't know what their motives are or any of that unless you know them.
Right.
Right.
And that's like I said earlier, you know, it has to be Yah's will. If it ain't Yah's will, it's just not going to happen. And this is our testimony, family, of it not being Yah's will for us to come down and be a part of that community. I'm not saying that not being like doing the community thing, is anything wrong with that. I'm not promoting that. I think it's a beautiful thing, but you have to make sure it's Yah's will first. You have to make sure you know the people. Okay, it's very important. Don't get caught up with the TV and the YouTube and things like that. You know, don't get caught up with that, because this is our testimony, you know, and this is what happened to us. We lost everything but the faith in the Most High Yah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So my last question is, what's next for you all? What's next for the Key Friends Zakia, Yashraal family? What do you have in store now?
Yah's been so great to us, you know. I believe he's already started restoring a lot of the things that we lost. You know what I'm saying? He provided us with good brethren such as yourself, Brother Yosef, you know, Aki Oshaya, the Koti Mariah, his Ishal, you know, Benaiah and Shatari. I can go on. Aki Yaquab, you know what I'm saying, and his family out in Detroit. There's so many people that, you know, that Yah sent to help, you know what I'm saying, because like I said, we lost everything, you know what I'm saying, and right now we looking maybe to, we wanted to still be out here, but it's been so hard and difficult, you know. The Most High hasn't shut the door on us going back home, so I believe that's where he's directing us to go back home to kind of regroup and go with Plan A. Plan A, remember, was for me and the family, my in-laws, for us to, that was the blueprint. Let's save this money, let's get this, let's get that, and then come out there as a family and get some land and grow and, you know, and have livestock and things like that. So at this point now, out of everything we lost, I mean, it's like, that's just the best thing to do right now. And we just making sure we still seek Yah in prayer, you know, and make sure this is the right decision, you know, because as the head of this family, I have somebody to answer to, you know, and I'm getting my direction from him, and I believe this is where he's directing us to, because the door hasn't closed.
Hallelujah. Well, here you have it. Akifa, Zakia, Yashraal, giving their testimony on, you know, making that trip, you know, going off grid, trying to purchase land. I think we can learn a few things from their testimony. They believe that they were sent to go through what they went through just to be a blessing to other people. We have to make sure that we are not hasty. Let's make sure that we're not moving so fast. Let's make sure that we're praying, we're seeking the Most High before we go and try to purchase land or try to attach ourselves to a community of people, even though they may seemingly be in the truth. We have to examine these things through prayer and fasting, seek the Most High, and if He guides and directs us, then He will provide everything that we need. So with that said, I hope that the Most High Baruch every single one of you. Shalom.